What's going on, everybody? You have tuned into the Root Cause podcast, where we get to the root cause of what's going on in the world. I want to first say Happy New Year to everybody. This is our first episode of the new year. So Happy New Year, everybody. Hope that you had wonderful holiday season and all that. With me, I have my brother, Eric Johnson. He's a business owner, finance professional. Hey, tax season is rapidly approaching.
Yes, he
and
is.
Eric has an entire tax preparation service. He can handle your business tax return, your personal tax return, your
Nonprofit,
organization. Yeah, if you have
LLCs, S
LLCs,
corps.
absolutely, S corps, LLCs, it can help you get your properly established your LLC, your S corp, even your corporation if you need to do some restructuring of your corporation. He and as tax season comes, I urge you reach out to him, y'all, so that you can get tax help that won't cause you to end up in prison. All right. In addition to that, I have all. Did you change your name? I just noticed he changed his name. My brother,
Hold on. Hey,
go ahead, fool. I see what you're doing. Go ahead.
go ahead.
No.
I saw it. I saw it.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, what's up? Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go,
What he's about to
champ.
come on with.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah,
Let's go, champ.
I do my own intro.
Listen,
I do my own intro.
What year is that?
Give me
Kendall?
my
What year is
trophy.
that?
Ace won our fantasy football championship this year. But you want to know why I have it?
Because you're a thief in the night.
Because I'm a multi-time champion of our fantasy football league. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and crown you, my brother Ace Channel. Y'all go give him a hand as he comes tonight.
I appreciate it. Give me my applause, then.
Don't give
Give me
him
my
a
applause.
hand. Give him a hand. He is the 2025-2026 fantasy football champion of our league. And congratulations, Ace. I got this for you. I'll get it to you this week sometime whenever you're free. I'll make sure it's on your mantle.
It's just
I
you and him
appreciate
in the same. It's just two people. It's just you and Kendall.
No,
A
it's
bunch
No.
of teenagers.
no,
Whole
it's
league,
no, we have
hater.
a 10-person league. We got a 10-team league.
Okay.
And Ace, now I will give him credit. Every year he is in the top 2 or 3 in scoring. It's just he ends up being in the top 2 or 3 in points scored against. So he's always had good teams. I'll be honest with you. I ain't gonna hold you. He's always had good teams. He's ran into some tough stuff. In addition to that, you all see we have the very lovely Miss Maya McKenzie. She's down there on your right hand side. Oh, Ace is a business owner, digital marketing media guru. If you
Google
need-
me. They know me. They know me. Let's get back to Maya. What's up,
Yeah,
Maya?
Maya, she's a mompreneur. She's one of our new castmates. She's a mompreneur. She's a social media influencer. She is a supporter of the LGBTQI plus community, and she's an advocate for people who are neurodivergent and those who have autism and some other things like that. She's very much an advocate for that community. And then I'm your big brother, your little brother, your uncle, your nephew, your godson, your grandson, your friendly neighborhood pastor, your friendly neighborhood activist. For somebody, I'm your old summer fling. And it was the best summer you ever had in your life. It was the best summer of your life, and you're holding on to it right now. This is the Root Cause Podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy New Year. Maya, smile.
Happy New Year, man. Yeah.
Smile, Maya.
What's wrong, Maya?
Oh, nothing.
There's too much testosterone on here. She's like, "Ooh, these dirty boys."
No, not at all. Not at all.
I know that's right. Look, let's
Kendall.
get right into it. Yeah, go ahead.
But when you get a chance, check the asset folder.
Let's hear it. Ain't no telling what's in there. Anyway, I don't even want to know what's in here. Don't do that, man. Goodbye. Look, let's get started. Listen, tonight, y'all. Listen, I know we joking around, but let's jump right into our first segment, y'all. Normally we have an intro segment, but let's jump right into this segment.
fool.
Listen, tonight I want to start with Venezuela. So, because recently President Trump ordered a armed kidnapping of a world leader. There are a lot of layers to this, but what stands out most is the shift in how this administration is talking. The language has moved toward the idea that the United States is the superior power of the hemisphere. And that matters because once you frame yourself that way, intervention stops being exceptional and it starts being assumed. It stops being the exception, and then it starts to be the assumed position that you take. Venezuela has been unstable for a long time, economically, politically, socially, and U.S. involvement there is not new. But what feels different, I think, this time is the tone of the current administration. It's less about diplomacy and more about dominance. It's less about partnership and more about control. And when the U.S. starts speaking this way in Latin America, it sends a real strong signal to our entire hemisphere and even Europe. So let's start there tonight. What are y'all's thoughts, man? Somebody give me your thoughts on this. I do think, and I'll circle back to this later, I do think that some of what Trump is doing is it is setting the stage for the eschaton, the end of days in the Bible. In order for the Bible to be fulfilled, there are certain governmental structures that have to exist on this earth. And with Europe starting to isolate itself from America, America starting to dominate its hemisphere, Russia trying to invade Ukraine, China trying to take over Taiwan, and they've been whispering about Vietnam themselves here recently.
They've been talking about it.
I see, as a pastor, I see scripture starting to fulfill itself.
I don't think Trump's smart enough.
Go ahead.
I don't think Trump's smart enough. He hadn't cracked open the Bible, Mr. 2 Corinthians or whatever he said. He's not smart enough. This is greed. I mean, he said it time and time again. He didn't even try to sugarcoat it. He didn't try to hide it. He said, this is all about the oil.
This is white peopling. This is what they do.
And it's just sad because
when
he did this, I don't know, man. When he did this, dude, I just had a bad feeling. Man, I had a bad feeling. And I've been unsettled for days behind this. It's just like something is. We haven't even seen the worst of this. This is about to get worse.
No,
this is about to get worse. And then you got, now he's talking about going after Cuba and Mexico and some other Colombia. Colombia told him to pull up.
They did.
They said pull up. We got something for you.
Yeah.
See, the Venezuela didn't have the cartel. We actually have. He said we actually have what you tried to claim Venezuela had. We actually have that. We are that. So go ahead and pull up.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, Venezuela, we did you a favor. We got rid of a problem for you. We got rid of your dictator. So y'all need to return the favor at this point and get rid of our problem.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Because we have a felon in office as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have a crime boss in office as well. He's not as savvy as yours, but no, my thing is, I just have a bad feeling about all of this, and I'm curious. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'll leave it there, man. Anything to distract us from the Epstein files, but he just went too far, way too far.
Maya, what were you trying to interject, Maya?
Oh no, I don't think it's scripture based. This is what white people have been doing since they have been here, is trying to remove indigenous people from their rightful resources, their natural resources.
And to be clear, those are indigenous people.
Exactly. And he's also doing that here to create pipelines and poisoning their water.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you look at it
real quick, those are indigenous people. They were just colonized by the Spanish.
Yeah, just like Dominicans, Mexico.
Yeah, we were colonized.
We were dropped off everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. But even with him doing that, him trying to take over Colombia, Mexico, when he talks about all of these people, he talks about all of us in a category as to where we are just not white. He will bring up Venezuela and bring up Mexico and then throw in Somalia because he said none of them should be here. What do all those people have in common? They're brown, right? And all those places also have oil and other precious metals that we do not have that he wants to take over. This is what they did to the Native Americans here. He just wants to divide and conquer. And people are like, well, why does he want Greenland? He wants Greenland because he needs that pathway for shipments. It's no different than what the English did when they invented what triangular trade. Was it the English? Whatever. But you know what I mean. It's no difference than triangular trade. So he's trying to steal land, resources, and he doesn't care who dies to get it.
Yep. I agree with a lot of things that Maya and Ace already said. As far as Venezuela is concerned, is this what he did? When he did this, because he's been talking with Rubio and all these people who's been in his ear. When he did this, he thought this was going to be popular enough for him to get himself out of dirt or hot water as far as Epstein's files is concerned. But it's actually backfired on him. Only people who are really supporting what he's doing right now,
Lindsey Graham,
is up. So we can talk about Lady Lindsay any day now.
To say.
But
lucky Charms Lindsay.
Redacted.
Yeah. I can't
He's a leprechaun.
He's
Twice.
the worst of the worst. Lindsey Graham
3
is one of
times
the
a
worst of the worst.
lady.
Grinder. We know.
Yeah. He's a homosexual. Ain't nothing wrong with
Which is perfectly fine. Just don't pretend you're not.
That's what I'm saying.
It don't work for the devil.
That's what. But don't he be acting like he ain't one.
You saying he's the Uncle Tom of the gay
They do
community?
that all the time, though.
Yep.
He's the Uncle Tom of the gay community.
Yep. But it's just it's backfiring on him. This is not good. The people of this country don't want this. They want a good economy. They want gas prices lower. They want their groceries lower. They want to be able to pay for their rent. They want to be able to take care of their family. We don't want this. The country doesn't want this.
Venezuela didn't want it. They don't even have running water or electricity. No. And they're not doing this to put in place democracy. That ain't came out his mouth. He said he gonna pick a president.
Yeah, they're not even going. And even though the president that was actually elected there, he's not even going to acknowledge that person who they actually elected.
His vice president. Yeah. Well, she's not doing any better than him. She's having citizens searched on the street, their cell phones, to see if they're speaking badly on Trump and then throwing them in jail.
Oh, he threatened her too. And then you have, and then on top of that, so they have over 2 million Epstein files out there still needing to be released. The Department of Justice still breaking the law and missed another deadline to release the files. And they have only reviewed, they said, less than 1% of the files. They've only reviewed all this to distract us from.
They know they got pedophiles in there. They don't care. I mean, just it doesn't matter to any of them. This is about money. I mean, if you think about it, they've been touching kids for centuries.
Yeah, and then he told the oil companies to go in, and he said, "Hey, now that we got him out the way, we want you to go in and build it." He keeps telling the oil companies to go ahead and go in. And then today he says, "It was like, well, how are they going to be paid for going into Venezuela and setting up shop down there?" He said, "The American taxpayer." So now you want us to bail out the oil companies to go in? Yes. You got to be kidding me. Can you hurry up and impeach this fool?
I mean, he told his gas company buddies without even notifying the Democrats. They didn't get a heads up or anything, but his buddies did.
Exactly. He had a briefing with the oil companies before and after the raid. But they asked the Senate Democrats, "Hey, did y'all know?" No, we didn't know. And
not
then
just
what
the
did
Democrats, the Gang of Eight, the bipartisan Gang of Eight didn't know.
Yeah, and then what do your boy Schumer? He gets up there and said, "Yeah, we're just really, very, 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 really sad I don't know what the heck. I was like, this guy
They're
is a
scared. He's
loser.
a tyrant. He is a tyrant. Nobody would have crossed Caligula or Nero either, because he will throw you to the lions. Okay, Trump probably got lions.
Come on, come on. You throwing
I'm
out
not sure.
Nero.
I'm not sure if they, Maya. I'm not sure if they're scared
Maya?
of Trump. I feel like they're complicit. These
Hold
people
on.
who are older in the 50s, 60s, and 70 years old, they got this Latin American complex.
True.
How far, they like they're supposed to hate Venezuela. They're supposed to hate Cubans. They're supposed to hate all these Latin countries.
Yeah.
And it's just baked into his
Well, it's
brain.
boomers.
Yeah,
It goes even, like I honestly hate having these discussions with my parents, because the first thing they bring up is Russia, and it's like, bro,
yes,
when you stop bringing this shit up,
yes.
we know that happened, but right now, what he's doing ain't got nothing to do with history. He can't even spell, It has
Right.
nothing to do with history. It has to do with him being a narcissistic white man who's violent, clearly, and who thinks brown people are worth nothing. He wants us back in slavery.
Yes, and his people who voted for him, MAGA, like some MAGA, and some people who Republicans who voted for him to get the economy together and to be able to make life better for them. They didn't ask for this. They don't want.
They didn't, but no, because they wanted to feel superior to someone. Even those poor whites who voted for him are, white pride, white America. They still, in some way, feel superior to us and to Hispanic people.
I can agree with that too.
People.
Yeah, I agree with that to a certain extent, but most of the fact is, I think a lot of people voted for him just for the economy. They
don't know nothing about the economy. You talking about stupid people. You talking about stupid people. They can't spell economy. A lot of these folks. They voted for white pride.
They know they're struggling too. Do
they? They think they do it better than us.
And then you have Cuban people like Cuban Marco Rubio, who's sitting there supporting this stuff.
Yes.
He's white presenting. He's a coon. He's white presenting.
Yes. He wrote a book talking about how his father wanted this country to take over Cuba. So he's doing this in honor of his dead father. That's a fact. He got this position. He wanted this position to take over Cuba because he lives in Florida, and they talking about Cuba's bad, Cuba this, Cuba this.
Cuba wasn't bad.
He's the problem.
Socialism is not a bad thing. Actually, I don't think socialism is a bad thing. And apparently a lot of New Yorkers don't either. So
a lot of farmers don't believe it's bad. A lot of farmers don't believe it's bad until you actually call it socialism.
People deserve
until you
food
call it socialism. Until
shelter.
you call it socialism, that's when they have a problem with it.
Yes, you're right.
Well, that's because they go to Russia and, oh my God, the Cold War, and maybe you're a spy. Like they're on a loop that's
those
dead.
Farmers that are millionaires.
Rural America.
In rural America, get some of the most tax break write-offs and tax-funded assets in this country.
Well, they're gonna need it. Ain't nobody out there to keep that shit.
The big beautiful bill is socialism.
Yes, it is, to the rich.
Well, they don't need socialism. Socialism means everyone's on an even playing field, and they don't want that. They want trickle-down economics around here where we're left with vapor.
For them, is what I'm saying.
You're right.
So my thing is, they want us to all the government subsidies and everything. If it's coming into our pockets, they're against it.
Yep.
But as long as it's still pat in their pockets, they're not for it. Just don't call it a government handout. Don't call it that. But it works for them. They'll call it tax breaks, tax for the rich, and all. Man, look, forget that. That's
wealth though. Like socialism is like based on people having basic necessities such as food, such as the right to housing, like universal health care. They don't have that problem because they got that money. But poor people do not. There are food shortages all over Memphis right now. Housing shortages everywhere.
You have a lot of farmers that are filing bankruptcy. They do.
Because they ain't gonna have no workers. First of all, they were all for this man. He done deported every last person who was out there picking for them.
That's true.
I'm gonna
That
say
part's
it.
true. That's part true. But
So
part
no,
of it is
they
that
weren't out there picking nothing. That wasn't what they were doing. They were hiring labor under the table, and now their labor is either too scared to go to work or in some goddamn prison where they don't even speak the language of. So no, I don't feel bad for the farmers unless they're the black farmers, and I feel bad for them because they kind of did a reverse Uno on these folk, but the white ones now.
I think the other thing to keep in mind with this, y'all, is to me it's what, again, like I said in the intro to the segment, the most dangerous thing to me about what Trump is doing here is with all of this is this whole supremacy of the hemisphere stuff is a problem.
Yep.
And I was Malcolm Nance, who I love following Malcolm Nance. He's a former U.S. spy, black man, and he is very connected to the national intelligence of the country still. And he said he brought up a very good point about how we even came to even getting custody of Maduro. He said, understand this, Maduro is being protected by Cuba and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
There are Cuban bodyguards and Russian, paramilitary and Russian intelligence that protect Maduro. He said, how do you run a mission, an operation that takes 28 minutes in which you are able to come into Maduro's house and you say that you find him sleeping in a bed?
It sounds like a coup.
He
A lot of it sounded like a coup to me.
Maya, there
But
it
I
is.
can't say that.
Oh, no, you dead on. Because that was just about, girl, you better get out of my head. That is literally what I'm about to say. You know what I think happened in Venezuela? I think the Minister of Defense set his behind up. I think they went in his room, put him in saran wrap, and sat there and waited for the U.S. to come in and get him. Because Malcolm Nance was saying that U.S. intelligence, they know that Maduro has multiple bunkers with, those these Hispanic brethren, they will dig a tunnel for you. Okay. And they said Maduro, the information on Maduro is that they know he had 4 or 5 tunnels, drivable tunnels and bunkers off of where he lived. There's no way in the world the U.S. would have been able to get to him. They would have to they would have to know where every tunnel was, blockade all of it, walk up in there, and he still not be awake when you do it. So I think what this is this is just straight up basic regime change.
Yeah.
And we get to reimburse ourselves with the oil. Now, George Bush, when we did the same thing in Iraq, trying to get regime change because somebody's daddy had a beef with somebody, which is George Bush's daddy.
George Bush won.
George W. His daddy had beef with Saddam Hussein, right? All the way back to the early 80s when George Bush Sr. was a part of the national intelligence community. Before
Saddam tried to kill him, didn't
he? Yeah, he did. He tried to assassinate him. So you go in there to avenge your daddy. And that's all this is with Marco Rubio.
But they still never go back and stabilize these countries that they leave in ruins and they leave them broke.
But
they're raping them of their resources.
And
the only thing they have.
I agree with you, but here's the problem. This time, you didn't do it on the other side of the ocean. You did it to some people that can get here in a car.
That are already here.
They're already here.
You can drive.
I
get it. You can drive from Venezuela. It'll take you a long time. But you can drive from Venezuela to the United States of America. And I want to say this. The reason why I worry about this, because we know it's about the oil, it's about all this. But I hate to say this, but if I'm ISIS, I am targeting Central America to flip them and turn them into assets for our organization. Look what they're doing to you. And I would do it with the cartel.
I don't think they're going to have to. Look at what the Afghan dude did to the National Guards here. Why did he do that? Because America made all these promises to those people who went and fought. There were Afghan people. They were going to get those people over here, right?
Sure.
No. We're creating these people for ourselves. They are already here.
No, I totally get it. What I'm saying is now, but here's the difference is that man was from Afghanistan and was an Afghan national who was brought to America, given asylum because he helped U.S. soldiers. What I'm saying is the danger in it is there are people, we're creating enemies with niggas who can drive here in a car.
I'm
Not
saying
people
the
who-
enemies we're creating are already here. I'm
No,
saying
okay,
there's plenty of Venezuelan people who are undocumented. There's plenty of undocumented people everywhere. We're
but
technically undocumented. We
sure,
didn't get
but
here on
not
purpose.
as many of those Venezuelan people that are here are warriors. They are
Our
workers.
warriors.
Yeah.
How
Listen,
many Venezuelans you know, dog?
no, listen. What I'm saying is the point I'm making is we have now created a proximity war because now you have countries that you don't want working together about to start working together against us. Colombia,
It's gonna be the whole world
Cuba.
against us. The number of protests against America over this weekend was insane. They were burning shit in France. They were burning our flag.
Absolutely. As a matter of
Because
fact,
it is food.
As a matter of fact, we have this video. I'm gonna play this asset for us real quick.
Cancel your trips.
Cancel your trips, friends, because
sad.
we have created, and they said we are the youth, and we are waiting for you. Now, not only that, Colombia, which the Colombian president, he said, boy, you got pedophiles in Washington trying to take our oil and our assets from us. These pedophiles. So even they know. I guess the point is, if you're the only way to become the superpower in the Western Hemisphere, like Donald Trump, obviously him and what's your boy, what's the little weird dude that went to Duke, his
Stephen Miller.
Vance.
Stephen Miller.
Oh yeah, Megamind. Yeah.
Megamind. But
Voldemort.
And if I had time, I would have played the video. Did you all see the interview he did with CNN?
Man,
with Jack Tapper?
Yeah.
He's telling it. He's telling it.
I'll try to grab it.
And it is a literal, to Maya's point, a literal white supremacist agenda. And I said he's a real
racist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a real racist.
Yeah,
he's a real racist because he's a racist with actual power.
They are, yeah. His whole cabinet.
Running the White House. He's running the White House. He's the man behind the curtain.
He has the ear of he is the shadow president of the United States of America.
He is.
Him and Steve Bannon.
He has more power than J.D. Vance.
Him and Steve Bannon are the shadow presidents of the United States of America. Absolutely. And I told them in the CNN chat thread when I was watching the video, I said, this is what a 3-inch pickle sounds like out loud, by the way. Because the fact that you want to dominate other people, that is 3-inch pickle energy.
Well, why do you think they're raping children?
Yeah, 3-inch pickles.
These people have real problems with control and power and feeling to need to be superior to other people.
3-inch pickle.
I could almost guarantee that he got
a 3-inch pickle.
He got bullied as a kid.
We got
by his father first. His father called him all kinds of non-masculine things
because he had a 3-inch.
Yep, and now he became this guy.
You want to say chose so bad?
Because I'm sick of them. It is, and you know what? This is, and I tell people, every community has their vices and has what I believe, and I know how Maya feels about this, but I believe they're generational satanic assignments on certain bloodlines. And one of the things I think that Satan has always used on white folks, and it has worked for hundreds of years, is the notion that you look yourself in the mirror, and the fact that you have white skin is a deficiency of melanin. You are melanin deficient. You are medically deficient of melanin, which is why you're white. And you will look yourself in the mirror and convince yourself that you are somehow better simply because the skin you wearing. That is a mental health issue. And it has been consistent for hundreds of years. It doesn't matter.
But I mean, they demonize the way we actually were taught to practice religion.
Mhm.
Like from us being Nigerian, Christianity is not like our first religion. Nobody is brown. It's nobody that's brown first religion. You can adopt it. That's what we grew up in, but they demonize that for us. So I don't see it as a skin tone thing. Like a lot of us are following what you were forced to believe in because you were forced to believe in Christianity.
I think no, because Christianity started in Africa.
It started in Ethiopia.
Yeah,
Right. But a lot of us weren't
it was actually
Ethiopian.
ours. Religion, Christianity was a Afrocentric religion.
In Ethiopia, but we're Nigerian supposedly, right? So you're looking at Santeria, hoodoo. You're looking at studying deities, not just Christianity.
Yeah, so I get the point, and I do think it's a fair. And that's something I tackle as a pastor all the time. That I think you got to have balance in that whole conversation. But I do agree with I agree with the point you're making, Maya, in that this has always been about just white male dominance. Whatever I'm on, you are going to be on it, or I will punish you for it. You're going, whether that's religion, whether that's the way I dress, whether that's the way I speak, you're gonna be on what I'm on, right? And
yes, we're gonna strip you of your culture.
Yeah, because we don't have our own.
Nope, you ain't got shit. They can't cook.
We have fragments of other cultures woven into our own. And I think that all of this, at the end of the day, all of this, because we have a couple other topics we need to cover, but I think at the end of the day, all of this goes back to the something that Ace talks about all the time, and that is the notion of American exceptionalism. That the way we do it, simply because we're American, it must be the best way because we're Americans and all this foolishness. And now we're trying to pass that stuff off on our neighbors to the south. And what we have done is caused them, just like Canada, we have caused Central America and South America to put aside their own disagreements in order to unify themselves against us. And to be clear, Argentina has one of the most advanced air forces in the world. They're just quiet about it, right? And if Central America and South America unify against the United States of America, we might be in trouble. We need to. It's a hornet's nest, and we really need to leave it alone. Let's move on real quick. In the same in line with that, let's talk about Greenland, because over the past few days, the president again has raised the idea of the United States of America again taking control of Greenland, which is a sovereign Danish territory. So Denmark is not just a partner of NATO; it's an ally of NATO. And any attempt on our part to try to seize Greenland would violate the NATO agreement, and the NATO nations would need to take up arms against the United States of America. And it's just, what makes it concerning is that it's not just not just the idea, but how casually he's discussing it. It's not like framed as a joke or a one-off comment. He's like literally talking about it as if it's some type of strategy that he is exploring. And that raises real questions for our partners in Europe. It raises real questions about our connection to NATO, which has been around since World War II and has been a very large help to the nonsense that we've drugged NATO into over the years. We drug them into Vietnam. We drug NATO into foolishness in Syria back in the late 70s. We drug them into the Central American War in the early 80s, which allowed cocaine and crack to come into U.S. cities. We called on them when we pretended like Iraq had something to do with 9/11. And every time NATO came to the table to help us out, and now we are openly threatening to try and take by force territory that belongs to Denmark. And here's the last thing. And here's the last thing. I was somebody, one of these MAGA congressmen, you have to forgive me, I can't remember what his name was. But he made mention about the fact that, you know, Greenland is detached from Denmark. It's not even connected to the landmass. And I was like, neither is Alaska. Alaska's not connected to us. Neither is Hawaii.
Not.
Neither is Puerto Rico.
Not.
What are we talking about? It's their land, bruh. Stop. Eric, go ahead, man. Oh,
Yeah, man.
It's exhausting.
And another reason why.
Real quick. So what you gonna do? You just gonna go take it from them?
Yeah, that's what he thinks.
So to be clear, you're gonna have troops on the, because we're gonna need to put troops on the ground in Venezuela
and Denmark.
So you're gonna have troops on the ground in Venezuela, and you're gonna have troops on the ground in Greenland, which is gonna cause Denmark to respond to that. Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
I mean, you already have Nordic foreign ministers rejecting the claim that we have rights to Greenland. And then you have Stephen Miller jump on CNN saying, "Oh, we're not going to use military force to just walk. We're just going to walk right into
not
it."
for the white people, of course not. They're not going to blow up their cities.
Yeah.
First of all, he's lying.
I don't think he is. He ain't gonna play with them like that. He ain't gonna play with white people stuff like that.
They do.
I mean, then you have the UN is already. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you got the UN already. You got our allies already condemning us for what we've done in Venezuela.
Yeah,
with Maduro.
Colombia
So
and all
what do you think? What is that? And Colombia. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? I don't think they condemn that. They don't care about what they don't care about dropping bombs on black folk down on Christmas the day after. What is it? Christmas Eve, the day after Christmas on Christmas Day.
What's Christmas Day?
Stupid. Merry Christmas. Here you go.
And then vigilantes killed a whole bunch of people 2 days later, thanks to him.
Yeah, because there was no.
And they're claiming it
structure in place.
Yeah, and they're saying, "Oh, they're trying to squash ISIS."
You need to be squashing ICE over here. That's what the hell you need to be doing.
Eric.
As far as Greenland is concerned, they got oil, they got natural resources, stuff like that. Thing is, Greenland's going through climate change too.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those minerals and natural resources under the waters are starting to melt. Mm-hmm. So it's new resources, new oil and stuff that they have that are available. Thing is, the United States, we don't have anything here.
Well, it's the gas and the infrastructure they want, which is another reason they're not going to blow it up, because they need it
here. So that's why they're trying to go over there to get those natural resources and the oil, because that for a party who don't believe in climate change, they understand what climate change is just doing in that country. So they try to get they want those.
Well, and they need the land too. It's something called it's the GIUK gap. That's what they call it or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it connects, and I'm reading my notes. But it's the maritime passage between Greenland, Ireland, and the UK that links to the Atlantic Ocean a straight shot. That's what they want. They want that free pathway for shipping. And then it also puts a security measure between us, Russia, and the UK if they were to get it. So they're looking at strategies here. They're not going to blow up the land they need, and they're white. So,
and this does not, like I said, MAGA did not vote for this. This is not
stupid. They don't know what Greenland is.
This is not. They think
Greenland green.
Citizens. It's
What's
not
that?
You have MAGA come out and say that, "Oh no, you guys are wrong. It's not about the oil." He just said it's about the oil. He literally said it's about the oil.
It's one of the richest, most oil-rich places.
And Fox News came out and said, "Oh no, it's not about the oil. You got the president wrong. It's not about the oil."
I don't even watch them. Well, I wouldn't even hear it.
It's like crazy stuff. This is so MAGA.
Consent. They're manufacturing consent, especially on our people who are 55 and older, who watches the news, who is easy to manipulate.
They be watching YouTube. That's the damn problem. I hate when somebody cites something off a YouTuber.
They are manufacturing consent to make this is okay so they can get behind it. And say this is Trump. So this is what's going on. Yeah.
So
Tell Casey to mind her business.
I know I think she
Tell Casey to mind her business.
She's been tearing me up tonight.
She just had some problems, bro.
Yeah, she got spayed recently, so she's been real needy here recently. She got her.
Yes, she has. How could you do that? No consent.
I know.
What kind of life is that?
It's really, I know, it's really more of the city than it is me. It's literally like a city ordinance.
Bull.
It really is a city ordinance. I don't agree. I'm pro.
She look just like you, and you're gonna do that to her.
Hey, whoa! Don't do that. You train on thin ice. I ain't gonna do it.
You call me Ruth Ginsburg, so bloop. I don't give a goddamn. Look, don't make me go get no costume jewelry. Hold on, since you want to play.
Oh shit.
Oh man,
Oh man.
That was too perfect. That was too perfect.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. I'll be rude.
Yeah, come on, put that jewelry on, baby. Let me see. Put your pearls on.
Shit. I figure out how to open this old ass necklace. I don't know who that.
I don't know where the heck this necklace came from. I'm gonna put it on.
Damn, I broke that motherfucker.
Let's do some. Let's do it side by side.
Beep beep beep.
Right.
Anyway, you look like your dog. I look like Ruth. She's human.
RGB. And hey, look, Eric don't like you.
Don't like her.
Eric don't like you at all.
Yeah, he don't like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. He didn't like her because she.
Oh, Ruth.
He felt like because he felt like she should have retired and stepped aside so we can.
She needed to pass.
Yeah.
Like not literally.
She
passed the stick.
She had stage 4 cancer.
I mean, look at Trump damn hands. He talking about he take how many aspirin a day. Keep on taking them. Increase it. Matter of fact.
He's not going to die in office. He's not going to die.
Evil people never die.
He would be so lucky, huh?
They stay forever.
They say that they be kicking forever.
Ace, do we have we got Ace, you wanna you got your you got an asset you wanna play for us?
Oh, well, real quick. You were talking about your boy Megamind, but I'll play it soon.
Okay, I got you. Because we did have a
but in the meantime,
on Trump. No, Trump explaining him for himself about the oil.
He wants Venezuelans to freely choose their leaders as long as those leaders are acceptable to us. He's already said he's going to select who will be their next leader. And guess what? This ain't a one-off.
Colombia is very sick, too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States, and he's not going to be doing it very long. By the way, you have to do something with Mexico. We need Greenland. Cuba is ready to fall. You know that.
Let the word go forth to a new generation of Americans that if we need shit, and it's not too far away, we are going to take it. Anything else you want to take over? I think there's still some time to go after Warner Brothers Discovery. I mean, America doesn't have Netflix money, but we will after we get that sweet oil. And by the way, f***ing Lindsey Graham. Honestly, I have never seen him happier. Like a leprechaun in a bowl of f***ing Lucky Charms.
Ow! He's sweet. Stop, Kendall. Lindsey Graham.
Look how he was looking at him.
Lindsey Graham should just embrace the fact that he's a homosexual man.
It doesn't even matter. He's just a worm. It wouldn't matter who he sleep with. He's a goddamn worm. And
You're evil.
I'm thinking latex. There's some strange stuff going on in the White House right now. That's really why they did them renovations.
It got to be. That's the new Epstein Island. What you mean? Them people didn't stop having their urges. Where are they going now? That's why people don't understand. This is the reason why you need to release all these files so we know who these people are.
We do know.
Their urges their urges did not stop when he mysteriously turned up hanging in his jail cell. They didn't stop. Those urges didn't stop.
Well,
Who
people also treat children like third-class citizens in this country, unlike most of the world who really, really love their youth. The whole country takes care of youth. America doesn't give a shit about kids, as you can see, right? So, yeah, no, people don't care.
Yeah, man, it's really, it's crazy, man. And again, this whole notion that you can just go in and take a nation's property and stuff like that, when we got other issues in this country. The other thing I want to point out to y'all real quick is that Greenland does hold the largest, or excuse me, the second largest amount of titanium and uranium.
What do you need that for? Tech. China's next. Yeah, China has the next most.
Mm-hmm. Yep. TikTok.
Nigeria too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They have Nigeria has lithium under their feet.
Yep. All for the resources.
Yep. Cell phone batteries need lithium. Bombs need uranium. And so,
what do we have here in this country?
They used it all. That's why they moving around.
Wind. We've got wind and solar.
Barely.
Yes, natural gas. But we don't have stuff like that.
We don't even have water, really. We poisoned it. We don't have soil. We don't have shit. That's why they're moving around.
They claim we're known for our fresh water, but you can't drink out
Memphis is. Memphis has the biggest aquifer, whatever it is.
Yeah,
underground spring, yeah. But that's why Elon came and took it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Elon put all his data centers here, and it's getting sucked up. So
to cool off the
yep.
It's crazy.
That's why he put them here, and they're building a third.
You're right there on the Mississippi River too, and a lot of our fresh waterways. We just, and then keep this in mind that you're doing all this weird, goofy stuff, y'all, to go and get crude oil out the ground, and crude oil out the ground is so 1915.
What are they doing for trains and shit? You got the task force down here for the train company.
It is so.
A train.
It is so 1943 to be trying to get crude oil.
See now,
when we have now the United States of America, because we have rolling plains, we have the ability to harness a lot of wind energy, and we just won't make the investment. So we're going back.
We used to. Erosion's kind of ruined that thanks to drilling.
Yeah, we're polluting our water, right? And we're polluting our water just naturally with some of these other things we're doing. Then you're going to dig for more crude oil that's going to pollute the air, that's going to eventually pollute the water. Like it's mind numbing to me.
Yeah, it's CO2 everywhere, and they knock all the trees down.
It is so baby boomerish.
Yep.
They're stupid.
It's baby boomer stuff.
Yep.
For us, millennials.
Boomers have ruined this country.
You're a millennial?
Who, me?
Yeah, we are millennials. I'm a millennial too, believe it or not.
Oh, the very
really?
end.
All you guys?
1981.
Y'all millennials.
81.
I was born in 81.
That was when it began, right?
I'm Gen Z.
You ain't no Gen
Z.
Look, he alpha. Get out of here. Shit.
But the boomers
I ain't no Gen Z.
Country.
But I am Gen X though.
No, we actually, me, Ace, and
X.
Eric are all on the cusp of
millennial
Gen X.
So not for real.
Yeah,
I'm Gen X.
We're what you would call zennials, somewhere between X and a millennial.
So my older siblings are 49 and 50, and I'm
They're
35.
boomers.
They are Gen X.
They're boomers.
They're gonna be so mad you said that. Good luck. You think I'm bad? My sister, shit.
The last year,
we don't want to hear from Gen Z right now. So go ahead.
I was born in 1990. I'm a real
just a baby. Oh,
we fake millennials. We fake millennials.
She ain't no baby.
Y'all fake millennials. Y'all like the Y'all like the
No,
crack
ain't no.
territory, millennials, you know. See, we had stopped all that shit.
That's called your Bible.
We stopped all that
That's
shit.
what's up.
We was just doing
Dang.
Four Locos. We ain't getting
Dang.
stuff like y'all.
All three of us
Dang.
were born before the crack epidemic. The crack epidemic started in about 85, 86.
Y'all remember them crackheads running around with TVs in one arm? Y'all
I
remember
remember
that shit.
crackheads now. I remember growing up around them.
He said we weren't crackheads, but we were crack babies.
Dang.
That's
That
tough.
explains a lot.
Oh, please.
All right.
Listen,
What's the next
we got one more thing we want to cover as we move forward. Couple things we can put them together because we're running out of time here. So we want to talk about what's going on in Somalia and what's going on in Nigeria. So Somalia is right there at the Horn of Africa, and there has been a lot of new attention on Somaliland, and it's as they break away from Somalia proper. And recently, Somalia and the African Union have been clear that any unilateral recognition of Somaliland threatens the regional stability. This is already a fragile area that's dealing with conflict and displacement and civil war and economic strain and all that. And when outside nations start trying to reshape the borders from the outside, the people who live there are the ones who end up paying the price for that. So I want us to talk about this because recently Israel kind of got involved in this and started kind of recognizing some of the sovereignty of certain parts of Somalia. And I know this is, I think this was Eric that primarily wanted to talk about this topic. Did you want to start us off with that, Eric, or was it Ace?
You could jump in, Eric.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Am I mute? Okay, you pretty much touched base what I want to talk to. I want to talk about why Israel has so much interest in Somali and Somaliland, Republic of Somaliland. The thing is, everybody is so upset with what Israel was doing to Gaza. So what they're trying to do and try to clean up their reputation, they're trying to say, hey, we don't dislike all Muslims or people of Islam. It's just certain types. So what they're doing, they're causing a class issue in Somalia to make, hey, the northern Somalia, they're different. They're not as bad as these other people of Somalia to make them look like they're animals or less than. So what they're doing is causing a class divide within that region, just to take the stuff off of them, get the stank off of them. So that's the only reason why they're doing this. Israel is playing a large part of what's going on throughout this whole country. There's all this stuff. What's going on in Nigeria, what's going on in Venezuela. All this stuff goes back to what's going on in Israel and Bibi. So that's why I just want to touch that. That's what I wanted to touch your base about. They're causing a class issue within their country. If that makes sense.
And Israel expanding its reach into northern Africa would fulfill scripture.
Yes.
With the money that they're getting from the United States.
Yes.
Over 300 billion, over 300 billion, more than any other country. Way more. 7-1.
That's crazy.
We have to.
But
I'm a Christian. Sorry, Aaron, I gotta say this. I'm a Christian. I understand why people have their love for this place of Israel. First of all, Israel was never considered a place; it was a people.
It's a people, absolutely.
Second of all, we're allowing our resources that should be staying here in this country to go to a sovereign Israel who can manually do things that we can't do. They could do just as much as we can with more. They got free healthcare. They have free college. They got free childcare.
So does everyone else, right?
But
And that's another.
Go ahead, Aaron.
I think that's another reason why you can have a member of Israeli intelligence run around for so long unchecked. A 30-year investigation.
What's his name?
It starts with an E. Epstein. And then you have, if I come up missing.
You heard.
That's why I had you say it.
You heard it here first.
Nobody's gonna come and show this.
That's the regular kids. They need
Maya, you got all the. You coming for
I
us
don't give a
today.
goddamn. We balling
You
out
coming
here
for
now.
us
Where's your
today.
green earrings at, babe? Where's your green earring? Get you some green earring. Come on, Beans.
Bye.
I like
She's
it.
coming for us
Bossed
today.
up with them too. I love it.
Hey, she coming for us
Channeling.
today. She coming for us today.
Who are you
But seriously,
channeling? The corner
yeah,
man.
but you got, but you got, yeah, it's crazy that you got now Israel and Trump both focusing on, Nigeria and Somalia and all that.
They want the
And
resources.
all of this around.
They do want the resources. You're right.
All of this around Benjamin Netanyahu's visit to America.
We got
Yep.
the same birthday.
It dovetails
Yes.
with the visit to America. He walked out of here with a whole bunch of strategy on what to do in Northern Africa, and in addition to that, he walked out of here with $80 billion worth of groceries.
These
Yes.
folks be group texting all of this. Like they've shown you there is no security clearance amongst them. There's a big group text with all these imperialists going on right now.
And then you have
Completely unsecured.
Yeah, and then you have Trump, who wants to be a dictator so bad. He just wants to be in the same boat with Putin and
bad.
BB.
You love Putin.
Yeah. And so he's gonna go in. Now he wants to invade everywhere just because they're doing it.
But still, at the same time, want the Nobel Peace Prize. He's bombed
FIFA. It wasn't Nobel. It wasn't
Wait a
Nobel. It was
minute.
FIFA. It was FIFA.
Hold on, and
FIFA
guess
Peace
who?
Prize.
Hold on, guess who nominates for the Nobel Peace Prize? Guess what nation?
Israel.
No, guess where it comes from? Nigga, Denmark.
Nigga, Denmark. Somebody
And
gonna
you
think that's a
want the
real
Nobel-
place.
the
Watch a
Nobel
mega
Peace
person
Prize.
type out it in.
It comes from Denmark. You want the Danish people to give you the highest honor of a person?
They are also still historically racist, though.
Oh, I get it, but what's that got
They
to
have
do?
like a
What's that got to do
blackface.
with you trying to
thing.
invade me, though?
They're Nordics, of course. But
Yeah.
Vikings.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. But at the same time, they still have sovereign land. They still got sovereign land, right? And
We
my
shouldn't be
thing-
invading anyone. This is
Yeah.
just not. This is
Agreed.
unprecedented in 2026 to be invading
It's-
other people, kidnapping presidents out of their house. They beat his wife up. Y'all did see that, right?
I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah.
Very
They beat
unpopular.
his wife up.
This is
But
very
here's the
unpopular.
thing: this man is important. They are doing this to millions of immigrants all over this country right now that look just like Maduro. I mean, we just
Invade
know
these
his name.
potholes. Invade these potholes all over Indiana.
I ain't worried, but
About
get ICE and the FBI up out of here.
All right,
Okay, the
crumbling
crime rate ain't
healthcare,
going down. People getting shot left and right.
healthcare system shot, rising
Gone. Child
foreclosures,
care frozen.
rising,
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
exactly.
They did that
Rising
Minnesota.
costs. Yeah, exactly. Gas prices aren't still down. He claimed he was going to lower the prices after Christmas. They're back up. They went down for about 24 hours and they went back up. You have healthcare that's still in shambles. You have
22 million
bankruptcy rates starting to go back up, reverse its 20-year decline. You have your foreclosure rates that's reversing this 20-year decline and starting to trickle back up. I mean, it's just so many things that's going on within our walls, within our borders, and then you run
Why are we
around.
worried about everybody else? That's
Yeah,
why
you
I
wanna
get
run over there.
Ukraine, but you don't see them pulling this kind of weight for any other brown country. How long did it take them to go help the Hutus and the Tutsis? Forever. In Rwanda, how long did it fucking take them to get over there?
Yeah, ask Clinton.
Well, look, we done seen him. We done seen plenty of him lately. We just
I just think that I guess my question to MAGA is, when you voted for him,
That's not what they voted for.
MAGA literally means make America great again. This
Make America white again. They are worried about being obsolete because they are.
But listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah,
MAGA,
it's beyond that.
hold on a second.
It's beyond white.
I mean, they're creating what the America got too brown for them. We've always been a melting pot, but they are becoming less and less, and that was showing through the demographics. Their birth rates are slowing down and everything else.
Like I said, when we first started the show, everyone has a right to fight for what they believe in. The problem comes when you try to put your fight in front of the next person, above the next person. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. You shouldn't have to wait one after the other. Just like it took when Asians were getting attacked, it took it took less than 2 years to pass an Asian hate bill. When Jews were getting attacked, it took less than 2 years to pass an anti-Semitism bill. But blacks have been getting attacked for over 400 years, and it took, since they first introduced the anti-lynching bill, in 1905, and it wasn't passed until Biden's term,
and they still
just a few years ago, and they're still doing it.
And they gutted that legislation.
They gutted that.
The states are taking on his unconstitutional decorations lately. Like Tennessee passed a whole bunch of laws starting January 1st.
I saw that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We literally don't have any constitutional rights now. We cannot even, they can force you to take a blood test or to take a breathalyzer now. If you do not, your license is suspended for 18 months. You are to be jailed for a minimum of 2 months. And you can, it's resisting arrest if you tell them no.
So I said all that to say is we shouldn't have to wait for the next person to get their freedom in order to get ours. We can fight for reparations if we want to, while white men fight for they feel like they're becoming extinct. Let them feel that way. Let them fight for that, but don't sit up there and say, "Hey, silence the black people and put us at the forefront." That's what I have a problem with. Just like Maya, the stuff you believe in, LGBT, that's not my fight. I mean, but if you want to fight for that
everybody's 100% straight, but we don't have to go there. But yeah,
what'd you say?
My fight is that everyone is human. Nobody's 100% straight. I can pull up all the studies in the world about that, but we ain't gonna do that right now.
All right, that's another. We're gonna table that for another episode.
I'll put it in the chat afterwards. I'll put it in the chat. My whole thing is everyone should be on. You have a right to fight.
Is that? But we're saying the same thing. Everyone has a right to be in their own fight. I shouldn't be able to say. I shouldn't say, "Oh, Maya, no, you don't fight for that flag because I want to fight for my flag." No, fight for your flag. I'm gonna fight for my flag. We were both fighting for the same, because we're fighting the same beast. We are all fighting the same beast. We're fighting the system.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
But they're putting so many structures and laws in place surrounding people that look like us that to, denounce someone for not fighting. People are freaking tired. People are in survival mode. If you can't keep your goddamn lights on in your house to keep your kids warm, how much fight do you have left in you?
They're tired because the system has convinced the American people that the fight, that their enemy is their neighbor.
It's us.
That's it, Aaron. That's it.
Who is it? Eric, who is it? Is it Frank? What's his name? Because you helped me with his name last time. Bill Clinton's secretary of Robert Reich. He said, and I love it. Robert Reich, I gotta remember that. He said, the problem with America is that people who make $1,000 an hour have convinced people who make $50 an hour that the person making $15 an hour is the problem.
Yep.
And that is the in a nutshell what's wrong with our country. And I would say this to MAGA men. Donald Trump told you, if I'm going to be fair to you, Donald Trump told you that he was going to go to Washington and specifically fight for you because you were being left behind.
That's what he
Now,
said.
whether I agree with that or not is irrelevant. I don't believe you were being left behind, but let's go with it. He told you he would go to Washington and fight for you because you were being left behind. And after he put these policies in place to try to eliminate Hispanic and now East African or West African and Caribbean blacks and Hispanics and brown folks around this country. Now that he has put policies in place to get rid of all of them, I have a question for you.
Still broke.
Why is your grocery still so high?
Still broke. That's that you.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Why don't you still? Why didn't your job at the car foundry ever come back? Why haven't those coal jobs that he told y'all he was gonna give you, which is ridiculous? Why
Got
haven't
black
those
lungs
coal
dying
jobs come
anyway.
back? Why hasn't the fracking jobs come back? You wanna know why they haven't come back? Because he did not go to Washington for you. He gave you candy. He gave you a pacifier. Gave you enough. He gave you political cotton candy to give you a sugar rush and happy as I'll get out so that when he goes into the refrigerator and takes the meat and potatoes out, that you won't notice it. Now that you've reelected him and he can't constitutionally run again, he is now out here showing you who the hell he is.
He don't care about that. He don't care about him.
He never
haven't
did.
done. He don't care about him.
He has never cared about you. He ain't gonna care about you, and it's not gonna get anything but worse. He is after himself, and now he is focusing on everybody else who is rich around him, making sure that they're rich when he's gone. You are now a distant second.
Because
distant
oil companies is not MAGA.
Wake up.
They're not. This is why I said thanks, Kendall. You articulated what I was trying to say. When I said MAGA did not vote for this,
no,
they didn't.
Hold him accountable.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. They voted for better economy.
Yes.
They didn't vote for this.
No.
Like Aaron was saying, the oil companies are not MAGA.
No.
You know who else is not MAGA? Donald Trump.
No.
He's a
Donald
businessman.
Trump is not MAGA.
It is
He's like you said, you're right, Aaron. Right, Maya. He's a rich billionaire who only cares about people who are just like him.
I spoke to one of the people who were responsible for the marketing plan for Donald Trump in Ohio.
Brilliant.
In 2016, in 2020, and in 2024.
Yes.
And one of the things they said to me, I will never name them, but one thing this person said to me, he said, Kendall, I promise you, they told us on the first Zoom call we had with them, he said, they told us this needs to be a marketing campaign, not a political campaign. And that
he
is
sold them on hate, though. You have to understand that most of his base are hateful people.
Not most. No, I'm not going to agree with that.
They got studies out now.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Some of them, yes. Some of them.
Do you read the comment section under this stuff?
Most of them, no, absolutely not. They're poor. They hate their pockets. They hate that they're poor.
They hate
that
black
they're broke,
people.
and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it.
They think black people are the reason that crime is high and food is high because we're stealing it all and we're on EBT. They think the immigrants stole all of their jobs and are and they're the ones on welfare. I can't get welfare. Exactly.
Yeah, that's part of it for some of them. I agree with that. But the majority of for a lot of them, like Kendall was saying, they lost their jobs.
Towards the center.
It's the system. And they don't know how
it's lack of education. They're stupid.
That part is true. That part is true too.
And you know what? But Maya, to your point, I think I can tie both of y'all together. To Eric's point, I just think that they have felt like they have lost. Now, I disagree with it. I'm just telling you how they feel.
This is how they feel.
And Donald Trump tapped into the sentiment of the white man who saw his grandfather, right, wrong, or indifferent, be able to dominate this country, dominate his house, dominate his house, dominate his woman. saw his grandfather be able to do that, and now he feels like the world has evolved, and he feels like I should have the same control. And what Donald Trump tapped into is Donald Trump tapped into the emotions of him, and the problem is, but to your point, Maya, what Donald Trump did is he tapped into your ignorance about it.
But I think we're also, maybe because y'all are in Indianapolis and I am down here in like Trump land in the tri-state area, we got Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee. I'm probably dealing with different white people than y'all deal with on a daily basis.
Indiana?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
This is the birthplace of the Ku Klux Klan.
No, you said the Ku Klux Klan was 30 miles down our way. It's the birthplace in Tennessee.
Oh no.
This is red state, Indiana.
Look it up.
Mooresville, Indiana. Look that up.
We can look it up.
Look at Mooresville, Indiana.
Where was
Martinsville?
The KKK? Y'all funny, bro.
Different types of KKK.
You're not gonna tell me it was the same amount of bad. Okay.
There's different types of KKK though, and don't ask me how I know. Just know that I know.
The first iteration of the Ku Klux Klan was founded in Pulaski, Tennessee, on Christmas Eve, December 24th, 1865, which is literally 30 miles from me right now.
Right, I got you. But here's the thing. But I just told you there's different types of the Ku Klux Klan. There's a Ku Klux.
There is, but that was the first one.
I got you. But then you have the white knights.
You got neo-supremacists. So yeah, I get it. But I'm just telling you, the kind of racism we deal with down here is what's happening in Tennessee would not happen in Indiana.
We have the World War II Nazis. That's what we have in Indiana. Bird in Indiana.
Not the Emmett Till.
The birthplace.
I'll give you this. I'll give you this, Maya. When I'm on my way to Atlanta, the best city in America, I don't stop at none of them gas stations in Tennessee unless it's right outside of there.
You absolutely should not. Once you leave the Memphis city limits, make sure you got a full tank and food. And if you got to pee, go in the forest.
Hey, Kendall, I was just down in Nashville, right? And we stopped at a gas station. We was like, where's the restroom? They say in the back. We was like,
don't go back there.
It's like behind the building in the back. Portalet.
Don't go back there.
They said this mug is for whites only. I said our bathroom is for whites only. I was like,
how much you take to make the whites only bathroom a Negro?
Exactly.
I mean, my mom remembers in the Memphis, like my mom, well, I ain't supposed to say how old she is, but like our zoo here, she remembers when it was the black only days. Black people are only allowed to go to the zoo on Tuesday. She remembers that shit. She remembers the water fountains. Like, we're not that far removed from this.
We're not.
That's true. That's true.
No, you're right. You're right.
Absolutely.
All right, listen. You've been listening to the Root Cause Podcast. On behalf of myself, Kendall Wyatt, on behalf of my brother Eric Johnson, my brother Ace Chandler, who again, Ace, congratulations on being the Fantasy Football League champion this year.
I'm coming for my trophy.
Yeah, you can get it. You can get how many years? Is it 6 years for us?
Yeah,
this is
8. We just completed 8 seasons. Our 8th season.
8 seasons, yeah. and I'm a 4-time champion. But the point is,
y'all pass trophies. Y'all pass that same trophy around.
Let's start RuPaul's Drag Race.
I got no, get out of here. I got a Super Bowl ring. I know. I got a Super Bowl ring. I got a Super Bowl ring coming. You remember this year we did the Super Bowl ring.
Oh, now the year and you won it.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
What about all the years I won? Where's my ring? That's crazy work. That's crazy work. But look, on behalf of myself,
we need a strong opposition party.
We do. My brother Eric Johnson, my brother Ace Chandler, and the very lovely Miss. Hold on, go back. I want to see Miss Maya. Hold on, let me see Maya right there.
Please don't.
I want to see. Let me see them bracelets. Put your jewelry on, girl. Go and put it on.
I ain't done. I got a whole trunk full of this shit.
We are the Root Cause.
I ain't fucking down. I don't know who died. Couldn't tell you. I just found it. The white folks probably mad as hell. It's probably Stephen Miller grandma.
Yeah, that is dead on. Boy, that's what.
Oh my God, he's so ugly. Don't talk about short people. Come on now.
Pinky and the brain.
Worst of the worst. Stephen Miller.
He is, pure man. Evil. He is. You talk pure about
evil.
You talk about a basket of deplorables.
Pure evil.
Pam Body said, "Hey, we found the Epstein files."
I would love to see their genealogy.
Yay! They found Epstein files. He's there with his magic marker. You should put him on a picture next to that poster he did of that trying to extend that storm away from the United States of America a few years ago.
Look at this fool, Jack Daniels.
Boy, look
There
at
he
that.
is.
Hey, look, I'm starting to feel bad for Charlie Kirk, man. I think they
For
set-
what?
I actually think they set him up, man.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
burn in hell. Gasoline draw.
Now he's in heaven. He's sitting next to Jesus right now.
They,
Well, that should frighten you and maybe
he was
make a
taken
point.
out. He was assassinated.
Stupid boy. Oh man. All right. Let's get out of here.
All right, y'all. Love y'all, man. Look,
Wine time. Good night.
listen.
RuPaul Drag Race time. Bye.
Miss
Got on my jewels.
Watch this. Listen, on behalf of the entire cast, y'all, look, we think about you. We are hoping the best for you. I'm praying for you. As we say every time when we sign off, the worst is over and the best is yet to come. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Yes, it is. Believe that the best is on the way. We love y'all. We see y'all next time on the Root Cause Podcast. Bye, y'all.